We can hear Tom New first of all coming to the line. He qualified 6th on 46.22 in the car that he's prepared and shares with Wally Smears, who's on a particularly good roll at the moment. 3 second places in a row and a double win at Prescott, a fortnight to go. And he'll be the penultimate runner. So looking for Tom New now. And he's away from the line, 2.03 over the first 64 feet. So we give you a split time at Triangle, waiting for him to come around Fletcher's now in the red X-Grove Ransom Philbin. Yes, a very good from Fletcher's late on the break. 0.33 as he disappears round keepers and heads up off Cedar Straight to come into the sight of Steve Wilkinson.
Tom New into the braking area for Fallow. Nice and smooth line through the corner, up into Museum already, braking hard, knack on the power, over the crest of the hill, and through the finish, 46.37. Fractionally slower than he qualified on.
Slower than he qualified, but quicker speed by a couple of miles an hour or so up Cedar Straight. Now it's Alex Summers who took the opening run-off win with what is currently fastest time of the day, 44 seconds exactly. Qualified on a 44.35 in second place behind Moran. So looking for that 9th win of the season. Can he make it 9, or can Scott Moran make it 11? We'll find out in a few moments' time. He's away from the line, 2.12, not as quick as Tom New. But he's probably going to make that up a little bit later on. Ultra smooth, almost in the mould of Scott Moran, in fact. He certainly wasn't doing after him. Here he is now, very quick, round Fletcher now, and the triangle split at 17.78 a second. A little bit of a verge. He's already out of our sight.
So we're looking out for the dual GR61X in the hands of Alex Summers through Fallow Bend, up into Museum. No problems at all for the young man. Over the crest of the hill, charges through the finish, 44.32.
So Alex Summers takes the lead, 130 miles an hour through the speed trap on Cedar Straight. Just 2 miles an hour slower than Scott Moran in the first runoff. So it looks as though the dynamic duo in this ultra successful dual GR61X are still leading the way. So 44.32 is the lead at the moment for Alex Summers from Tom New. So we wait for them to come back down the course, and then it'll be Oliver Tomlin.
Blake's coming in after the success of Martin Pope.
Well, the sun, as always, at this time of the year at Loton Park, is getting a bit low in the sky, which could cause perhaps a slight problem. We can't actually see it at the moment, but
it's actually over Wales, so I don't think it's going to be a problem of getting into people's eyes at the moment, Jerry, but I think what it's doing is casting a big shadow all the way over Cedar Straight. May well be reducing the track time.
Well, 44.32 from Alex Summers is only 32 hundredths off his best time of the day that he set this morning. So it could be making that very slight difference. It's ticking on a bit. We're at 20 to 6 at the moment. So the track reduction in track temperature could well make a difference. After Oliver Tomlin, but it has Paul Haynes after that terrible year that he had. He just managed to scrape home in 12th place in the first run-off. He'll be hoping for better, qualifying 11th this afternoon. And of course the normally aspirated GR59 of Ireland Price qualified in 7th place. But as this morning, his co-driver Sean Gould, the car constructor, didn't make the cut. Xavier N qualifying down in 10th place, opposed to the 6th place he qualified in this morning. In fact, finished 5th, so he'll be hoping for a bit of a comeback to maintain his record in the latter part of the season. He's currently 7th overall in the series, just 3 points behind Will Hall. And Will Hall, of course, not driving his regular car, but sharing Graham Wynn's for Suzuki. So he might just have a change of position there, but that remains to be seen when we try and top up the scores for you quickly at the end of this run-off.
Yeah, I would think the next 5 drivers there at night time has got to be that 46.37 confusion set. The target map for these cars has all qualified slightly slower than that time.
Well, Tom New is due for another good result. Just looking back to see what his best result this year has. He had a couple of third places at Wickham Park and at the opening round at Prescott this year. So he'd love to do it again here at Loton Park just to round off the season. He's done some tremendous work on the car this year to get it running the way it has been. Wallace Mears has certainly been on form with the car over the last 3 rounds. But with some flying flags coming in, we should be underway. With Oliver Tomlin in a very few moments' time. Qualified 12th on 46.63 with the 4 litre called Just. Car fires up down by the start line. Here's the V8 from here. So he'll be bringing the car to the start. Picking up those rear BMTR Avon slicks. Paul Smith of BMTR here this weekend, of course, as ever. Here yesterday. He might be the racing this weekend. Busy man. So Oliver Tomlin then. Away from the line. 1.86. Tremendous launch from Oliver Tomlin. One of the best we've seen today. So looking for the blue car now to appear around Fletcher's Dello. Away from the marker post, here he is. Full power into the triangle. Nice run this time. 2.20. That's the best split triangle we've seen. But the wing clock is speed up Cedar straight before he gets to Steve Wilkinson. And it's 108 miles an hour.
Ollie Tomlin into Falham already. Heading up into Museum Bend. Going very smoothly, now back on the power, over the crest, charging through the finish, 46.17.
Puts him into 2nd place, 2 tenths ahead of Tom New. So great run there for Ollie Tomlin, his last British Championship shot of the year. And that's Paul Haynes coming to the line. Qualified 11th with the turbocharged School GR59 on 46.57. He loved a good result this year. He's had so much bad luck. He's just looking to see the best result he's had so far this year. Can't find him on the sheet. Oh, here we are. Yes, it looks like a 5th place at Prescott, and that was the opening round. He's not been able to match that for the rest of the season. So he'll be hoping that this will be his best shot, the very last one of the year in the turbocharged car. James Wills in attendance as ever. And Paul Haynes away from the line. Not the best of launches, 2.34. But he'll be trying as ever around Fletcher. We're just looking out for the blue and white car now. And here it is. That looks quick. Using all the rope. And very late on the way, sideways to spin through 180 degrees at Triangle Bend. So what a shame for Paul. That final shot of the year came to naught with a spin at Triangle. So sadly, no points for Haynes, kept it on the tarmac. So Marshall's in attendance, just looking underneath the car. The car seemed to get out of control under braking in a big cloud of tyre smoke and then finally spun. So there's a lot of observation going on and speculation. So lots of steam from the dry ice as well. Whether that was steam, it's certainly tyre smoke, but he has had a problem with dry ice before at Gerson Town. Charge system. The car just being rolled back by our hard-working marshals. As he said earlier, it's a great way to get involved in motorsport at the sharp end. So once the meeting is over, which will be very shortly, do go and have a chat with them to find out just how you can get involved. Without marshals, there's no motorsport. Roll back into the paddock. Unfortunately, no score for Paul. And that's just suppose he's going to finish in 16th place in the British Championship this year, after a troubled season, to say the least. So 2016 will prove better luck than this year. So now it's Dave Uren, who qualified 10th on 46.52. A little bit down the order for Dave at this part of the time of the year. So he'll be trying to get back up into contention. He finished 5th in the opening runoff with the turbocharged Ford Suzuki. Coming 7th on the table, he's away from the line. Good launch, 1.97, second quickest behind Oliver Tomlin at this stage. So he'll be looking for a 17-second split, or certainly a short 18 already. Starting out on the break, small triangle. Easily the second quickest split, 2 triangles at this stage as he charges up. Cedar straight at 113 miles an hour.
Davey Red into Fallow, up into Museum already, car juddering under the braking, already over the crest of the hill, charging through the finish, 45.86, his best time of the day.
45.86 for Davey Red, that puts him into second place with that final charge. Well, in fact, his best time today was 45.77, but that's almost as good. Good enough for second place at this stage. John Bradburn now has lost a bit of ground to Alistair Crawford in the first runoff, but Crawford didn't qualify for the second runoff. At the moment, the points deficit is just 2 points, so he could get back ahead and into 8th place. Bradburn leads the line in 2.04, a good launch for the big car. Cosworth HP X-Form 3.5 litre V8 power in the back of the GR55. Here's John Bradburn now, and on the break, triangle 18.85 though. Almost 3/4 of a second slower than Davey Uren. Up the straight at 98 miles an hour, not as quick as we would have expected.
John Bradburn, no problems at all at Fallow, now up into Museum, powers out of the corner, over the crest of the hill, heading for the finish, 46.8 for John Bradburn.
That's going to be 5th place then for Bradburn, 46.82 already. Will Hall warming the tyres of Graham Wynn's 4th Suzuki up on the start line. Qualified 8th in the borrowed car on 46.40. Has been dropping down the order a bit after the problems with his own car at Chelsea Walsh and the fact that he's missed a couple of rounds. Now he's away from the line, 1.94. Second quickest launch then for Will Hall. So he'll be looking for a low 18, maybe even a high 17. That's quick through Fletcher's. He's into the sprint, 18.32. And already Will Hall round the second part of keepers, disappearing from our sight up that very fast right-left chink in the middle of Cedar Straight. Hits the speed trap at, it says 59 miles an hour. Is there a problem, Steve?
It is a problem for Will Hall, going very, very slowly, and in fact he's gone straight on at Fallow up into the holding area. And the engine seems to have cut out. The car will now have to push a little bit further up the access road to the holding area. He's parked up right next to the rescue vehicle. So the car being pushed up the hill. So that will be a failed run for Will Hall.
So with failed runs for Will Hall and Paul Hames, it means that anyone else to finish will get at least 1 point.
At the moment, lowest time of the runners is John Bradburn, which 1 point is not going to be enough for him to overhaul Alistair Crawford.
No, he needs 3 to do that, I think.
Yeah, that's right. He needs to, for a couple of other people to have problems. So it's out of John's hands at the present time.
So who gets it on? So just doing the quick calculation here with the help of Richard Danby. Alistair Crawford, if Crawford and Bradburn were to draw on points, Crawford will get the verdict on countback for 8th place. But now we've got Iron Price on the line, the winner in the damp at Wiscombe Park back at the end of July, qualified 7th on 43.3 in the work school, 2.28 launch for Iron Price. Not perhaps the best. Not on top form last weekend, sat out in the second half. It's very wide Fletcher, so leads the braking late car. The under the brake, and misses the gear and slows on the exit of Triangle. That was an 18.46 split, but that doesn't really matter because the car comes to a halt now on the first apex of the keepers and will require a bit of a push to get it back into the paddock. Well, as Eddie was just saying, it's difficult to remember a more incident-strewn meeting than we've had here at Loton Park today.
Yeah, we've already got 3 people failing to get to the top of the hill at recorded time in our final run-on, which actually at the moment means that John Bradburn is sitting on 2 points.
Well, he at the moment then is level with Alistair Crawford, and on Rich Danby's calculations that means that Crawford would get the placing on countback.
On a knife edge, they say.
A knife edge indeed, Steve. So Marshall's just pushing Iron Price's car back to the paddock.
Well, he's more of the top of the hill now in shade. Nice bits away. Most of the walk. 4 cars to go. final top 12 run-off of the season.
Well, Ireland Price's car just being pushed back now. Trevor Willis is next up.
He qualified on a 46.17 time that Oliver Tomlin is just an equal. Well, that's got to be beaten by Trevor.
He leads Wallace Mears in by 2 points, but Wallace dropping 5 points, whereas Trevor isn't dropping any. So Trevor has the whip hand. So he would just need to finish in the top 3 or 4. But Wallace on 44.57, which is a quicker time than Trevor's managed so far today. So we'll see what transpires in a few moments' time. Trevor Willis, always the hardest trying, or apparently so, and most spectacular driver, certainly in the British Championship. Champion in 2012, and finishing second place thereafter. Second place last year, in fact. Holding second place now and looking to hang on to that with a car which is good 100 horsepower down on the biggest V8. 45 on 46.17. Flags coming in now, so we're just waiting for Trevor to bring the RPE Hayabusa based V8, the Radical Performance Engine machine, to the line. Trevor warms up the rears on the OMS 28, ready for his final attack of the year. Final shot of his 34 round championship. Of course, he's got 1 round, so he's actually 33 rounds this year. And Trevor launches the car 2 seconds exactly off the start line. This will be a spectacular run, and coming inside the view of the triangle, the first view we're going to get of Trevor is round pressures. Here he is now, yeah, that is quick, and moving before he's on the right, come on, 46.9, which is quick round in the numbers. And Trevor on a charge now with rocket speed up the Cedar Straight. It's 123 miles an hour for Trevor.
Sparking his way up Cedar Straight, now through Fallow. It's Trevor Willis on a charge in the OMS 28. 3 bricks of the throttle, round the corner and through the finish, 44.72.
Second place for Trevor Willis. So that certainly enhances his chances of staying in second place in the championship. We've got Richard Spedding now qualifying a tremendous 4th place with the normally aspirated GWR Raptor from the 1600cc class. Graham White Jr.'s creation, which has been driven today by Scottish champion Les Much as well. So Richard Spedding hoping for a successful end of the year. It certainly was as far as his run-off qualification is concerned. He's currently 13th overall in the championship. His best result being a 5th place on the Channel Islands in Guernsey, in fact, back in July. Qualified 4th on 45.95. New GWR Raptor built just over a year ago. We had the car for the first time last year. Built by Graham White Jr. up in Aberdeen. Yes, Bankery, of course, as he reminds me. It's just on the road to Aberdeen anyway. In fact, it's west, I think, of Aberdeen. So talking to two, we've got the Deputy Clerk of the Course from Doon of Williamson, watching on the on Rich Danby's worldwide coverage. That hopefully we'll be able to see at a later date on the internet. So it certainly is going worldwide. I think the delay is just replacing the corner markers. You do prevent you putting too many wheels on the end, not everybody. Famous picture of Chris Kramer, who's here today, winning the 1980 British Hill Climb Championship in his March 782 with just about 3/4 of the car on the green stuff on the apex of the triangle. Famous picture which appeared at the time. But Richard Spedding away from the line, 2.17. Well, good launch for Richard. Can he make it into the long 17s in the splinter triangle? We'll find out in a minute. He's rounding 20 back. Not on the road. Moves on the bike. 8.1. Richard Spedding with the little 1600 Hayabusa Proud Rat 2 out of sight now, heading up to the right left chink in Cedar Straight. Hits the speed trap at 103 miles an hour.
Into and out of Fallow, Richard Spedding heading up into Museum. Pushes the car through the corner, touch of opposite lock on the exit, over the crest, through the finish, 46.54.
And that's 6th place at the moment, 46.54 for Richard Spedding. 2 to go. The man on the form these last few weekends, Wally Smingis, qualified 3rd on 44.57. Chris Kramer, who we mentioned earlier, supervising, as he has been for most of the season. Of course, he was Andy Trio's mentor as well, very successfully for several years. Still in contact with Andy. In fact, used his lightweight helmet when he drove the Gould GR84 at Chelsea and Doon last weekend. And Wally Smingis away from the line, 1.98. Terrific launch there for the big car, 1.98 for Wally Smingis. Well, he'll certainly be looking for a 17 seconds bit to triangle. And the red car comes into sight now. That's quick, and quick on the break triangle. 17.46. That's the quickest sprint we've seen so far. So Wally Smingis on the hunt for his 3rd win of the year through the speed trap at 118 miles an hour.
Into Fallow already and heading up to Museum. Wallace very smooth indeed. Now Holtner's the taps, powers his way over the crest of the hill, and it's a 4.47. Storms of applause and cheering from just behind us here. Wally Smingis goes 2nd with a 44.47. So the final British Championship runoff of the year. And the last man to run, appropriately enough, the 5 times British Hill Climb champion, Scott Moran, who qualified top on a 44.31. Could he possibly top his apprentice driver, Alex Summers, 44.32, 2.05. That's quicker than Summers on the launch. And this will certainly be a 17th of the split for Scott Moran. Missed 10 rounds this year, but certainly makes most of the to hit 17.40 through the split. That's been so far. So Scott Moran on a charge and disappears on the exit of the keepers. 44.32 is the time to beat. He's through the speed trap at 132 miles an hour. And breaking down through Fallow, no problem at all. Scott up into Museum. super smooth as ever. Little bit of opposite lock on the exit. Powers over the crest of the hill through the finish. 43.66.
Tremendous run from Scott Moran. 43.66. That's just 1400ths of a second outside his hill record set in 2012. So appropriately, the outgoing British champion takes the win, and fastest time of the day here at Loton Park, 43.66. In second place, the new champion Alex Summers, 44.32. Third place, the up and coming man this year, Wallace Minges, 44.47. The ever hard trying Trevor Willis finishes in fourth place on 44.72. Fifth, it's Dave Uren, back at the sharp end again on 45.86.
Jerry, you're wrong.
Oliver Tomlin, sixth place on 46.17. Seventh place, Tom New, 46.37. In eighth place, Richard Spedding, 46.54. Ninth, John Bradburn, 46.82. And Iron Price, Will Hall and Paul Haynes all failing to finish. Eddie Walters rapidly working out some points here, so we should be able to give you the top three places in the championship. And it certainly looks as though, well, we can try and do these calculations in our head. Alex Summers finished second. That's 9 points, dropping a 7, so he gets 2 points, which means that he's going to finish on 244 points. But of course, he's already taken the British Championship title and finished second this afternoon.
Right, Jerry, well, I'm going to pack up now and head back down to the paddock for the prize presentation, and I'll see you and Eddie at the bottom of the hill.
I've got a number. Tim Wilson. Well,